Welcome to 2026, guys. And welcome back to the Board and Scale podcast.
A blast from the past.
Or is it the future?
Yeah. All right. As always, I'm Seb. He's him. and that's Kev. All right.
I got a name. He didn't get a name.
We're starting off great. I guess first off, Happy New Year. We're excited to, be back and making content. At least I think I did force them to do that. I'm just kidding. But no, we're, I'm gonna try to take this seriously this year and be really good about it. So hopefully you are excited with us. So I guess our first, we'll start how we always start, and we'll do the highlights.
Yearly highlight.
The yearly highlight. The first highlight of the year.
Oh, dang.
Do you want to go last?
I might have to.
Do you want to go?
Can I
can go first.
Can I have two?
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
You know what? Anything for you, big fella?
For the first one of the year, I got two.
For two?
All right. I want to preface for the foreseeable future, because I know these two. They're... Whoa, let me finish. Their weekly highlights. More often than not, most likely, are going to be big games.
Who knows?
Jungle!
So I will be the man for the small games out there. The little light games.
I'm going to be a tyrant, and I'm just going to pick light games every time. I'm going to demand to go first. I'm going to pick whatever one you're going to pick.
My first one is a game that I did not. Well, it's not little. It's light though. I played it for the first time. When I played it, I actually didn't like it, and then I played it again.
Spirit Island
at a different player count, and I've been really enjoying it lately.
Oh,
that is Creature Comforts.
It's not even a light game.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It's like barely medium.
It's a solid medium.
I think we were assuming like the Jungo Oink games.
Well, let me get to my second one.
Okay.
Creature Comforts. It's a action selection.
It's a board game.
You could say push your luck.
It does have an element to push your luck because you have to commit to the spots on the board before you see the community dice, the village dice.
So you've got your own pair of dice that you will roll before the round starts, and that's what you've got to work with. You got two dice that you got to work with, and then you place out on these different spots that need dice in order to activate, and then once everyone's placed out, you roll the 4 village dice that are pooled together for everyone to use. I think it's really cool. Better at a lower player count because it goes up to 5. I played it at 5 the first time and I was like, and then I played it at 3 and I was like,
too long for the game it is, or
too long.
Okay.
Downtime. I mean, it's prone to downtime because, everybody.
You don't do anything on
I don't know. We
turns.
talked about this, though. I mean, you're not doing anything when it's not your turn, but once the die have been rolled, you now can start planning out your turn. So even though you're not the active player, by the time it comes to your turn, you should be able to take actions because the only things that can be taken away from you are cards in either the of the 2 rows. I can't remember what they're called, but those 2 rows. So if you're really gunning for something, that could throw you off. But otherwise, again, I think if you want people to be engaged, I think you can kind of keep it going a little quicker.
I also played with putting in the asymmetric abilities, which they're not huge, but it's that one little extra thing.
Which is good.
Where everybody isn't doing the same thing.
No, yeah. I think that can fix my problem with lighter games like that where everyone's doing the same thing and has the same goals.
And I mean, it's stuff like this person can make clothes better. This person can make food better. Things like that. But it's the little things. My second one is a little It's a little game that I adore. I love it so much. So much fun.
So I love it so much.
It's a little
You're on the
racing
list now.
game called
You're on a list now.
Oh.
Magical Athlete. Oh my God!
You just played that one, right?
Yes.
He's played it a handful of times.
Oh my God. The first time I played it was like years ago. And it was the ugly, crappy looking version. But it was so fun. It's as simple as it can be. It's a roll and move. You roll your die and you move. But everybody gets 4 racers that each have some wacky, cool, little silly ability. Like
Silly ability.
silly ability. Like one character doesn't even have to roll. He can just move 5 spaces. One character can, before he moves, he can move somebody to his space.
How dare you gender some of these? I mean, like, sure, like legs is clearly male, but like, I don't know.
I don't know. Hypnotist might be a girl.
Yeah.
It's a snake. Who knows?
You just assume snakes are evil and men are evil.
But it is pure fun. Like, if you're thinking about it more than literally just rolling a die and moving, you're playing this game wrong. And you're not gonna have a fun time. It is what it is. It's not trying to be anything more than what it is. It's stupid. My face is hurt from laughing from playing this game. It's so fun. It's so fun. And they made it look better than the first version of it. Yeah, Magical Athlete. Love it. So good.
Word.
That's it.
It's a good one.
You want to go
Surprisingly.
next? You want me to go?
I'll go. Mine for this time around is going to be Food Chain Magnet. Just got the new one from Lucky Duck Games and with their partner with yeah. Maybe if I go, oh,
There it is, right there.
right there.
Food chain.
So basically, it's the same game. I don't think they changed any of the rules. They just gave it a 100% makeover, glammed it up. And at the time, it made a lot of sense because I think like if you went out to buy the game like with the catch up mechanism, it was like over $100 at the time.
Yeah.
And like the fancy glitzed out, like all the plastic pieces for all of your restaurants and buildings and everything was like $150 to start, like the entry point or something like that.
That's actually really not bad because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I bought the base game for 120,
Okay.
and then I paid for a wooden organizer for the cards for another like $40.
Yeah.
So-
I'm probably underselling how much it was, but I do remember that being like a huge talking point. Like as people were backing it, it was like, look, like you were not paying that much extra based on what Splotter was charging. And now, of course, it's a big thing that like people have always kind of complained about Splotter, like games being super expensive.
Yeah.
Because all of the energy goes into the development of the game or whatever, and that's what they're charging for. But amazingly fun game. Frankly, very easy to learn. You're just putting your workers out, doing what they say on their cards, walking through the sequence of the turn. But the thing that's incredibly difficult is the strategy. So this is
everything is open. Every path is open at the beginning.
exactly, and I think this like as far as depth goes for like the rule set again is pretty small, but the strategy is humongous. So there's a lot of depth in the game. We played a little over a week ago. Dwayne had a hard time. Dwayne discovered what happens when you don't compete well with the advertisements and whatnot. But I will also admit though that so part of the problem is that like so as I was kind of talking through it and coaching everybody, I was like, look, like these milestones are all going to go away once somebody gets them.
Yeah.
So like there's incentive to like focus on like the 1 or 2 milestones that you're like, I can't live without this. Like if you want a refrigerator, you have to do what you've got to do to make sure that you're going to get it. By happenstance, we all got the first marketing campaign at the same time. So everyone got it. So literally every campaign was infinite.
Yeah.
So there was no changing of that, which meant it was very predictable as far as what was going to get advertised to which houses. But just knowing that that's not how it's going to work every time, and is a lot of fun. Yeah, the components are fun. Like the buildings, giving it that 3D appeal, definitely is really really fun to play with. Gives a lot of that table factor. So, food chain magnet.
All right. I have not played the fancy version, but I do. If it's all the same gameplay. The game is amazing. So, even better that it's all pretty now.
Yeah.
My highlight is going to be the fact that I have been playing a lot of TI4, but in general. But the biggest thing is that I have been playing in the Space Cats Peace Turtles tournament. Not winning, but it is just very fun to be able to play the game in real time, even though it's online. Playing it in real time in one sitting. Because I tried to play like async games. I can't do it. I'm waiting for a day for someone to do an action or respond to a card. Like, it's too long. I don't want to do it. And I'm able to see a lot more of the game that I really, really love. And I want to play a lot more in person, but schedules are a thing. So since they've been running the tournament, there's games all week, for the past, for basically like a 4-month period. So I've gotten to play a few times and it's been awesome. I get to play TI, and it's kind of on a schedule that I can just jump in and say, I'm in this game. And then I join the match. And the cool thing is they have preset slices. So I already know like what the slices are. And it's just kind of hoping on the faction draft, basically, and seeing what's going to be available there. I've gotten to try a couple new things just through, I only have a few choices, and I was maybe 5th in the draft. So it's pretty cool. I don't really have anything else to say about it.
How does the tournament work? Tournament aspect.
It's basically, it's like 200 and something games, and they started in the beginning of December. I think the beginning of December the game started, and during the week there is a game every day, and you basically sign up on the Discord as a player, and then when the time comes around, you just make sure you're on, update the platform, and someone will host the game. And it's built into the mod for the game, because there's like a fan that built all of TI into Tabletop Playground. And you literally just hit start draft, use the SCPT qualifier for 2026 draft, and it brings up all the pre-built slices and a random pool of factions.
How does scoring work though? So like obviously I can know the game scores, but like you said, it's a tournament. So how does the format of the tournament work?
Oh, so I don't know exactly the number of games, but basically the winner of each game gets a slot in the prelims. So right now it's qualifiers. You have unlimited tries. If you lose, like, you just keep entering games until you win.
All you got to do is win one game to get qualified.
One game, you're qualified, you're in the prelims. And then from then on, you get one shot to win and move on.
It's a single elimination after that.
Yeah.
But that's how they're culling everything down, is you just literally got, like, if you've got the time, you just got to get out there and you got to prove one time that you've got what it takes to compete.
Yep.
And then it's single elimination after that.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And the prelims are going to start at the end of the qualifiers, which I think is like another month and a half or so. So Google that if you want to play one of those games. Or you can just message me and I'll shoot you a link to it. But yeah, the qualifiers are going to end, and then they'll, basically announce, hey, these are all the pools and this is the schedule. Make your game. I'm not really sure how it goes, other than the prelims are all going to be, winners from the quals. They'll make pools of games. It's going to be 6 players in each game. The winner from each of those will move on to like the semi or quarterfinals, whatever it is. And then they'll basically just cut everyone down until it's the last 6 players. And then those 6 players will play the grand finals in person at, I forgot what con. And there's going to be like prizes and stuff.
That's interesting. I would have kind of thought that they would have gone with a point system where, like, you can, like, even for the qualifiers or whatever, like, you could say, hey, a win gets you this many points, coming in second place gets you this many points, third place gets you this many points, or so on and so forth. And then like allowing in qualifiers, like, hey, you get your best 3 games or something like that. And that's what determines your score. And then do like phases where everyone's going to get it, like at least like everyone who qualifies, get like 2 plays. And then you literally like, hey, half the field gets cut, right, from points. And then you move on. And then work it that way until maybe you get to the last table is player elimination, or just for winner takes all kind of thing or something like that.
They might just feel like it's too much work.
Could be. Yeah. I mean, it is a lot to keep up with.
Yeah. So they just take the winners, and then they have this like mechanism, which I don't want to get in like this, but I'm already in it.
You've already won one?
No. They have a system where if there's ever less than 3 players, right? If you're 2 players, you both just go into a raffle bucket, and you might just win a spot in the prelims. If there's only 2 players signed up for a game.
For a game on a weeknight. So you can get just kind of lucky that like you chose the Tuesday night and everyone else is at, getting triple dippers.
Right.
And you're just...
And you and that person get entered into a raffle, but that doesn't mean you're not allowed to play any more games. Because if you win, you're not allowed to play any more qualifiers.
Oh, that makes sense, right?
But if you're in a raffle spot, you can still play for
because you don't have a guaranteed slot yet.
Right. If you are literally the only player to sign up and be ready for a game when the time comes, you do just get a free spot to the playoffs.
Gotcha.
So, and they have a spreadsheet where it's like, these are all the names that won, and then they won using this faction in this slice. And then there's at the end, it's default wins from the people who just happen to be the only person. And I don't want to be on that list. I want to play for my win. If I happen to get a raffle spot at the end of the quals and I didn't win, then I guess, I would take my lucky roll for a spot. But I would really, really like to win to like earn my spot.
Yeah, of course. No one wants to know that they got in on the freebie.
Yeah. I steadily have been increasing. My first game was 5 points, and then I got 6, and I got 7, and then I got 8, and then I got 8 again, and my most recent game was 9.
And I assume this is a standard
10 point,
5 and 5.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, that's my highlight. I've just really enjoying the tournament. Turtle. You guys might have seen the stream, the couple of games that I streamed. My plan was get lucky, win one of the early ones, stream the rest of the time, but I haven't won. So I'm trying to like win a game, and then I'll start like streaming, tournament games
cutoff?
again. It's like another month and a half.
Oh, so you got time.
Yeah.
Because you canceled a game tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was the only one signed up. And then I was like,
I'm not.
I would rather just come and hang out and play games than just get a free spot.
Yeah.
Or have like one person jump in the last minute to be like, I get a raffle spot. Like,
right.
Whatever.
Do you have a raffle spot yet?
I have a raffle spot.
So you're,
Okay. I'm in the bin.
Yeah.
And if I get it like that, then
if that happens again, do you get another raffle?
I don't know.
Can you increase your odds by just showing up?
I don't know.
Yeah, because that's basically would be the incentive to be like trying to get people to show up, right? But then like, what's the worst case scenario? Like, you can't hedge your bets on like, last minute entry. All of a sudden, like 4 people are doing the same thing, and it's like, now you're in a game. Because I assume if you withdraw from a game, is there a penalty?
Yes, if you withdraw with like no
good reason,
then you are banned for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's got to be severe, right? But like, because you can be like, oh, hey, my dog just had a seizure. I gotta go. Right.
Yeah.
You can use that once,
Yeah.
right? And then how many other things you can be like, well, yeah, my kid, he's thrown up.
Right.
And then he's like, oh man, dang,
Right.
it turns out SIBO's always got problems at home.
Right.
Right. Maybe we shouldn't have him in the tournament anyway, because that's going to happen during a tournament game anyway.
Right.
So,
And
because I was going to say, the similar experience when remember Dwayne, we were playing a little bit of what was that game? Diplomacy has the same problem with if a player opts out in a game like that, it ruins the game because you're leaving a player a certain part of space uncontested, right?
Yeah.
And even if you have some kind of rule where like, hey, all your fleets become neutral and somebody else rolls for them, they're not expanding, they're not fighting back.
It just changes the game.
It changes the game so significantly. So like you really need to disincentivize that kind of behavior. So I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
So cruel, but you know, hey, it is what it is.
And I actually did have to. I was scheduled for a game yesterday, and I was the only one signed up. And then I was like, you know what? My mom wanted to pick my kids up, take them for the day. So I was like, I'll meet you halfway. I drove an hour. Well, she ended up being delayed. So on my drive back, 2 people jumped into the game and were like, let's play. And I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. This is like 20 minutes before. And so I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't know anyone was going to join. I'm 30 minutes away from home, or I'll be 30 minutes late to the game if you guys are willing to wait.
Yeah.
If not, I understand. And they said, ask the moderators. I asked the moderators, and then the moderators said, if the players are okay with it, then that's fine. And then I said, hey, they said it's okay if you guys are fine with it. And then they said, we're not fine with it. And I was like, okay, then sorry.
Why'd you even ask in the first place?
Like, why? I did feel like, why did you tell me to ask then? If you could have just told me no, but whatever.
They probably didn't think about it at the time, and then they're like, "Oh wait, we can get a free raffle ticket."
Yeah.
If you bow out.
The guy was like, if I knew I was gonna have to wait an extra 30 minutes, I wouldn't have jumped in. I'll just take my raffle spot. And I was like, okay, fine. It's fine. It's fair. I was supposed to be there at that time, and I wasn't. Fine.
No, I get. Hey, here's the thing. I mean, this isn't something that interests me in any way or shape or form. I would never do this. Like so I'm not like, I don't have a dog in the fight, but like, if somebody's the only person up until like the 11th hour, like the game is about to start or start within a certain amount of time, and then people jump in and give that person crap for not being totally ready, get out of here, man. Like, you're the person who couldn't plan ahead in any way, shape, or form. You were looking for the cheap opportunity to get in, right? Like, get out of here, dude. Right? Because, like, I'm sure that's the other thing, too, is like, if you want a guaranteed slot, like, if it's, like, let's say it's you and me, and there's a third player that's just sitting there in a thing, and we're going to be like, hey, look, what we really want to do here is make sure there's an opportunity for one of us to, or both of us to get in. So you're going to help me this time. You're just going to play completely unabashedly in my support. We're going to gang up on that person. You're just going to help me get points. Right? You could do that. Right? And then, like, we just do that another time. We look for somebody else who's on a game by themselves. We play. I help you. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Yeah. Guaranteed slots in the tourney. You can do premiums. It. Right?
Yeah. It'll just,
so, my point is, screw those guys.
Theoretically, you could, like, people can do that, right? And it just kind of defeats the whole purpose of it, right? That's not what I'm trying to do.
No, we know, because you're a good guy. Sid.
You're whatever. I get it. I was late, and it's my fault. And I was just hoping that they would give me the extra 30 minutes, but whatever. Anyways, my highlight is the tournament, regardless of that thing that happened, because the rest of my games have been pretty fun. And I've met some pretty cool people. But yeah, that's my highlight.
Sweet. All right.
TI4, the GOAT. The GOAT.
So,
the GOAT. Love to see the GOAT.
Now for our big subject for this episode. Our ins and outs for 2026. Brought to you by Board and Scale.
Trademark.
Are we focusing on board game stuff? I'm going to start there.
Yeah, let's start with the board game stuff, and then we'll see where we are on time.
Okay.
And then maybe come back around.
Dang.
So do you want to go first?
All right.
Or just do the stuff that matters to you first, and we'll go like one by one.
No, I got a whole bunch. Look at that list.
Let's do
more
let's
ins
do an
and
in
outs.
and then an out.
In, then an out. Okay.
I don't have a lot.
See, the funny thing is
the
that
whole damn checklist.
Yeah, I sat because you made this whole thing, and I'm like, oh, so I sat down last night and put some thought into it. Because you also said that, like, I thought we were gonna do more like just general life stuff too. So I was like, a lot of this stuff is like general like generic life stuff. The irony is that some of my outs are, very few of my ins are actually gaming related. Probably the only one. Let me look through here. Yeah, really the only one that's gaming related, which is fine, is just more gaming. Which I know is kind of a cop out for ins, but the reality is that, like, for the most part, from a gaming perspective, right? Like, I had a really good 2025. Had to travel a lot, so there were definitely some lulls, but my statistics still showed a heck of a ton of games. If you guys remember, you can go back. One of my goals for 2025 was to finish the year with fewer unplayed games on my shelves than I'd started with. I failed. Yeah, I think I started the year with like 85 unplayed games, and I
Oof.
just squeaked in above that. Like I think I'm sitting right now at like 90 after Puerto Rico, San Juan came in. That was 2, and yeah, so I think I just came in just above it. So I know I was above it already. But the sad part about that is that that's also after getting rid of a lot of games. I sold a lot of stuff, but I got to the point. I'll get it to when I go to my outs, but I failed. So just wanna keep gaming, game more, get more. I guess maybe the in would be, table more new games. Yeah, so that's
Tabling
one.
new games.
Tabling new games.
So it's
Yeah.
basically learning more games this year.
Learning, tabling, teaching. Yeah.
Okay. Also a little bit of a cop out because the whole point of doing this podcast is that it's content and that's what I want to do. But my first in for the year is to start coming up with ideas and executing on those ideas for pre-planned content, such as these podcast episodes that my goal is to have out on a regular basis, as well as some other series ideas that I have in mind. We just actually recorded a video for one of those series that you'll see on the channel. That video will already be up, actually. So you will already have seen some of the stuff that I'm trying to get into doing this year. But yeah, just content in general. I want to get into doing it on a consistent, regular basis because I like doing it and I want to stop being lazy about it. So that's my first in.
Doesn't have to be game, right?
Doesn't
No.
have to be.
Okay. It'll be the same as I did last year because I really enjoyed it and I think I did really good at it. Was movies for this year. So last year, I told myself that I was going to watch more movies that are new and more movies that are just new to me. And I kept track of them and I think I did pretty good. So this year I'm going to do the same thing. And I mean, 2026 is already kind of slated for some I'm not going to say good, but excited for movies.
Dude, July, The Odyssey.
Yeah.
Woo-wee.
I mean, Odyssey, still need to see Primate. What's it called? No Good Deed? Is that what it's called?
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that sounds right.
The Korean one where he's
No
trying
Other
to,
Choice.
Well, no
You know
other
what?
choice.
I actually just saw that last night.
Thanks
You
for the
only
invite.
have like three more days to watch it.
Loser.
What else? The Bride of Frankenstein movie.
Frankenstein.
Frank.
A whole bunch.
Yeah. A lot of stuff.
I thought you were busy yesterday. We'll talk about it later.
But yeah,
I was at home. Well, I was making kimchi. Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill. Send Help looks pretty cool. Good.
Go
Go ahead. Go.
But yeah, I'm just gonna do the same thing as I did last year because it was fun and I enjoyed it and I like movies and I didn't realize how much I like movies until I started watching them.
I'm excited to join you on that journey.
And I think I watched more movies last year than I've probably ever watched like in the past 10 years.
I'm going to piggyback on his and say 1 movie a month for me. I'm just piggybacking on yours.
And I just like the theater experience too. Like the theater experience,
Theater.
the theater experience, in my opinion, is a lot of fun. Last year actually was the first time I ever went to a movie by myself. And it's very different.
You just watched the movie. It's awesome.
It's just different. Like I can't explain it. It's just different because you're just exactly. You're just there and you're just watching it. It was together.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I will piggyback off that as well because it was one of mine. So I'm just going to go ahead and cop in on it. Is more movies at the theater.
Yeah.
Because I think I said this. I think it was we talked about. I think it was Good Boy. One of the times we potted before. I think we did. Maybe I'm hallucinating. I don't remember. But like the theater is just a great experience because it's so much more immersive. for me personally, I know like a lot of people, right? Like when I'm watching movies here, like I got a good setup and whatnot, don't get me wrong, but like if the movie doesn't immediately engross me and catch my attention, I'll
At
end up
home?
on my phone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I start to lose the thread on the movie. So I've had to become really disciplined even when I'm at home. It's great when you're at a theater though, because you don't have a choice, right? Like the peer pressure
If
of
you're
like,
a good person.
if you're a good person, right? And if I'm with my friends, right, like it's really easy for me to like not do that. So like I just watch more of the movie. And like the perfect example was Good Boy. Really creative, really interesting movie on its own. But had I watched that movie at home here and
be on
had
your
been
phone.
distracted, I probably would have thought way worse of it, right? And then
Yeah.
it's interesting to think about because it's no fault of the movie. It's me, the viewer, who's deficient. So the desire to look for, even if they're not going to be amazing movies that I'm like super duper excited to see, like if you had asked me a year ago if I wanted to see Primate in the theaters, I would have been like, I'll wait to see it at home. But now I'm like, no, I want to go see that in the theaters. You know,
It is
So-
an experience, and I'm trying to, for me, for movies, I'm trying to, like, I'm here in the theater. I'm not going to be on my phone. For the ones that I choose to go alone, I'm paying attention to the story. I'm like trying to analyze what's going on. I'm trying to enjoy the experience that I feel is being, conveyed to me. I'm not just looking at the screen and like, drooling out the side of my mouth, right? Like I'm trying to take it in. And I feel like at home, like you said, I'm on my phone. Not going to do it. At the movie theater, the phone is away. Everyone, like, if I'm at home and the wife calls, I answer because I'm at home. If I'm in the theater, I say, "Hey, I'm in the movies. I'll talk to you after."
She probably also knows that you're at the movies.
And she knows I'm at the theater, right?
Yeah.
But I will only bother to look. I'll walk out the door and look at my phone if it's buzzing because it's calling. But other than that, I'm not looking at it. So it's nice to go to theater and just.
I
Lock in.
also think it's made me a better critic.
Observer.
Yes. When it comes to movies, because y'all know, like I still do it with games. I'll just be like, I like it. Or I'll be like, I really like it. I don't really have anything to say. Like, but with movies,
did you like it?
I know like in the little like chart that I had for them of everything that I kept track of that I watched, I have a little sidebar for what I liked and what I didn't like. So now I'm able to actually be like, I liked this about the movie. I didn't like this about the movie. Why did I like it so much? Why didn't I like it so much? Because I had a couple movies in my chart that were like 5s, 4s, that I was just like, this is not, I don't like this.
Yeah.
And was able to say why.
Yeah.
So yeah. Because I did that a lot about a lot of things. I'd either be like, I don't like it, or I like it, but I couldn't tell you why.
I think it's a good strategy too. And if you haven't done it already, like you may just internalize this as time goes on to be like, these are the things you're looking for in a movie.
And that it also honed in what I like,
right.
knowing what I like and what I'm excited to go see.
But you'll be able to now also like, as you do that stuff, like what are the criteria that you're looking for, right? So you can say, filmography, acting, the script, the theme, so on and so forth, lighting, music, sound effects, whatever it may be. Like you can start to like hone in on the specific criteria and in your mind help kind of formulate that out, so it's not just this guttural instinct of like, yeah, I liked it or I didn't, now it's also
If y'all go
getting the
watch
granularity.
No Other Choice, I made it a point to pay attention, like pay attention and think about what is happening in the story and how it reflects on the characters, blah blah blah. Blah. Like I wasn't just watching it. I'm really interested to see what y'all think about it.
If it's out of theaters in 3 days, well, it's probably if it's still
think-
in, it's
I think
probably
it's
through
in-
this week.
Yes, I think
hold
it's
on.
until Wednesday.
I think I just checked, and yeah, like there's still
It's till
a little
Wednesday, I
over a
think.
week.
All right, out.
Yeah,
Oh, we're coming
let's
back.
go
Do
with
you
it.
want to go snake draft?
And out.
No.
TBH, stop being so damn lazy. I'll be honest. I do a lot of procrastinating. Like the gym, my voiceover stuff, I don't do it as much as I
You're
should.
talking about your voice actor stuff that can be found on Charming Owl OVO?
OVO, Drake.
Sorry, Charming Owl VO.
Yes. I wasn't doing it as much as I should. And I know that. So I think honestly, with the whole TI thing, it kind of ramped it back up because it's like, I want to do them all.
Oh yeah, the faction
Yeah.
voiceovers.
Easy
So that gives me
motivator, yeah.
30 things, and I really like TI.
30 preset.
That gives me
things.
30 preset videos to make. And
So check him out. He's got a few out already.
I still got quite a few to go, but and then like
Federation Soul still the best.
humans for life. The gym, Rob, you remember Rob?
Yeah,
You
D&D
remember.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is really good guy, awesome dude. He is this older gentleman, very dwarf looking man, big beard, bald, all that, and
Built like a brick shithouse too.
yes. But he talked to me a couple days ago about like what I've got and what I can put into the gym and thing like the whole nine. And I was like, he's right. Like, you're right. So I'm just gonna make it a point to just
He hit you with the "There is no tomorrow.
yeah
There is no tomorrow."
to just
Who's
just
gonna carry the boats?
do it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't, it doesn't matter what's happening, just go do it.
So here's
Just
my
go do
question though. So obviously things like TI recordings or whatever, that's great because it's a self-motivating thing and you got a goal, it's really easy to meet. What mechanism are you gonna use when you're procrastinating or you're not even aware you're procrastinating, but like what are you gonna use? What system, what person, whatever to help keep you honest?
Message the group. A quick text message. I'm procrastinating, and we'll just blow up your phone, telling you to get to work.
I don't disagree with that. That's great because we partner like battle buddy accountability is a legit thing. My problem with that though is that like that relies on him taking an initiative to
But
say
it's
I
3
am
seconds.
procrastinating. I understand that, but if he is if you're not aware of it, you're not aware of it. How easy is it to just end up on YouTube video after video and not realizing what you're doing is procrastinating?
Nah, I think I understand. Like,
No, because
I'm trying to
I
give
would-
him you're trying to give him an out.
I
right
would
now.
do it.
You're trying to give him
No,
an out
I'm
saying,
saying-
hey, he's responsible
I
for
think
doing
we should
it.
always. I always understand. I'm procrastinating. If I'm on YouTube, I'm procrastinating. If I'm just playing like Rocket League, like without no family, no friends in the game, I'm just like ranked grinding by myself. I'm procrastinating.
What
I
I'm
could
what
be
I'm trying to
being
get at
productive.
though is that now you're again forcing you to be your own police, right? Which is challenging. And I'm not saying honestly I don't know what a good answer is. Like I don't know if you've got one or whatever.
so I did think about that.
Okay.
I thought about that. But like at the moment, like Rob literally just told me, he was like, come to the gym when I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
And like we will get work in.
Yeah.
And he straight up said, he's like, think about it. If you want to, tell me. If you don't want to, I'm not going to think any less of you. That's fine. He's just like, come to the gym when I am here and we will push each other.
Does the social pressure of committing to something and then not following through with it and then having to own up to that help you?
Yes.
So here it is. All right. So because we're going to take your idea and then we're going to put it back on him in a way that's useful. So once a week, whether it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I don't know, pick a day of the week or it's a weekend or whatever, you got to give a sit rep in the chat about what you did that week.
Do you have
Right.
a planner? I'm thinking about getting a planner for
I did
like
have
the channel
one.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I can write down.
I had one, and I just fell out of using it.
Yeah.
Whatever system, if it's paper for you, whatever. That way you can tell us what your goals are for the week. And then you, at the end of the week, you say, I did or did not meet them. This is what I fell back on. And again, it doesn't require, if it's enough motivator for you to be like, hey, I know I failed and I'm going to feel a way about that. We don't need to be douches about it.
I'm
Right.
gonna look at you like,
Right. Because that's the thing is like just having to be like, hey, I came up short. That's
someone
on
is
me.
expecting something.
Right. And again, because it doesn't have to be about us dogging you. It's just about you being honest with yourself.
Because like what I've
If
done
he just starts
lately
crying.
is I'm really honing in on the time. I don't know how to say it, the time aspect of it. Of like, I'm going home to do what when I could be
Time management
going to the
becoming a real thing to you.
going to the gym. I am sitting here watching YouTube when I could be making a video right now.
Yep.
I will. There's one thing though. The one thing I'll give as a teeny piece of pushback on that, right? Is rest is good for you.
That's
right.
Yeah.
Mental and physical rest is something that you need to program into your time and your day. It's the difference between like, hey, I am smoked, right? Like I just got done, at work and it was a big heavy mental load and I just kind of got to decompress for a little bit or whatever. But knowing when to turn that, like setting a timer, 30, 20 minute timer or whatever, something, and saying, hey, look, this is what I'm giving myself for this. And then I'm going to move on. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But don't be afraid to be lazy and to turn yourself off. And again, the other thing too is that like you talk about like things like YouTube, right? Like I know it would be different, right? And maybe you won't see it the same way, but like you can turn YouTube into stuff to like learn, right? Like you can make it productive. It doesn't have to all be brain rot. You can absolutely be like, hey, I'm gonna watch, new lifting videos to see new techniques or, voice acting stuff or improv content to get ideas for things, right? Or I don't know, bird stuff, animal stuff, plant stuff, whatever it is that you want to learn about, right? Like just go learn about stuff. There's 1 billion documentaries out there at this point. So it doesn't have to be. It can be it can be relaxing.
Make your own documentary.
Yeah. It can be relaxing, restful and whatnot. Still kind of feed your mind in that certain way. Like there are ways to do it. So yeah. All right. I look forward to it.
Yep.
We've become a men's mental health podcast. If you are a lady, turn it off now.
Just a bunch of alphas
This is not for
hanging
you.
around,
This is about
there's no such thing as alphas.
male accountability.
Mm-mm.
Just kidding.
Concept of
Love
alphas is
Yeah.
debunked.
It's dumb.
There's no such thing as alpha male in wolf packs. It's not a real thing. Not in the wild.
Actually, but have you seen me do this? That's a very alpha male hand position if you don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So what's your out?
My out is going to be,
Making that hand symbol.
I was going to say crying about losing games, but I don't cry. But I'm going to stop caring about like losing games, board games.
That's crazy.
It's a game.
You know what I?
It's a game, and I just want to have fun. And I don't care anymore about win or lose. I just want to play the game. And oh, look, I beat my previous best score. I also happen to win. Cool. Didn't happen to win. Whatever. I'll try again next time because I'm trying to win, and that's all I care about is that I'm playing the game to be competitive, to hang out with my friends, blah 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 blah. The winning or losing at the end of the experience of playing the game, don't care about it anymore. That's my big out.
I like that. I like that.
I honestly, I didn't see it at first, but I really respect like Steven's approach to gaming. Of like, he just comes out. The game is the second thing. The game is the secondary thing.
Oh, sure.
The number one thing you were doing is you were sitting around a table with your friends, hanging out.
Yeah.
There just happens to be a game in front of you.
Yeah, we have a medium in front of us that we all enjoy.
Exactly. And at first I was just like, because I'll find myself like I'm in the game and I'm not really talking to anybody
Yeah.
Because you're thinking of.
because I'm thinking
Well, you don't want to be the person who's like, oh, you're the reason why there's a 30-minute turn.
that too. And that's why when I had that night of the party games, I was like, damn, that was fun.
Yeah.
Because you were just hanging out.
Because I was just hanging out with people that I enjoy, doing something we all have in common.
Yeah. I think there's a good balance there, right? So I do think like some games you do want to focus more on the game. I think the challenge is that like, you know, conversations can oftentimes become like between two players amongst a group. So like if like Steven and I are sitting there talking about tiki mugs or something like that, like you're probably not engaged in that part of the conversation. So now you may feel like our conversation is impeding your ability to even like play the game, and the turns are longer and so on and so forth. So I do think you do have to strike a bit of a balance, but it really just comes down to be aware, right? Be aware and respectful of the people that you're with and their time and whatnot, and kind of like what's going on.
It might
Go ahead.
It might also depend on what the plan is. Like if you know we're going into a big, heavy Euro, people are probably not going to talk.
Yeah.
Probably not going to talk a lot in between turns and things like that. But if it's a game that we all know and are comfortable with,
Sure.
It might depend on some of those things too.
Yeah. See, the thing for me is like with y'all at this point in our friendship, I'm totally comfortable being like, hey, shut up, do your turn real quick, and then we'll go back to the conversation. Like,
True.
It's totally fine.
100%.
That's being aware of who you're with. Obviously, like don't say that when you just joined a random public game night. You know? But like these are my friends. I'm at Kevin's house right now. I set up a freaking studio in front of his couch so we can do this podcast. I can if they're taking long and it's his turn, I can be like, hey, do your turn real quick, and then talk about whatever. It's fine.
True. Very true. I think there's also an opportunity to, like, if you're thinking a little bit more about it, one of the things I did this year was over the Black Friday and Christmas sales and whatnot, I curated a list of like 15 to 20 small box games that are kind of lighter stuff. And what I think you can do with nights, like when you really want to focus on all aspects of it, do like an appetizer, like a main course, and maybe a dessert, right? So like your appetizer is a lighter game where you can just kind of get everything going. That's where you can catch up for the week, you know, shooting the shit, having a conversation. It really doesn't matter what's going on in the game that much. You're just kind of getting it going. You can kind of get some of that bigger stuff out of the way, you know, and then you can, once that game's over, you know, maybe it's the bigger game. It doesn't have to be huge, whatever, just something that's a little bit more intense. And obviously there's still room for conversation there, but like, you know, you've kind of curated it, as opposed to like you show up and you're like, boom, big game right off the bat. Hey, shut up. I'm about to teach. You know, like I know you just got here and you want to talk to everybody and hang out or whatever, but I'm about to teach this game or we're going to get into it. So focus, you know?
I think just me personally, I don't need a lead in. So I never have a problem with like first thing we're going to learn a big game. I don't really care about that. You know,
well, it's not that it's hard for you.
Some people do.
I meant like, as in like, it's literally, you're making a space for conversation.
Yeah.
Not that you can't handle
and not
it.
just
We
coming
do this stuff
into
all
a
the time.
procedure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't think any of us have a problem with that.
No.
We literally walked in here and ripped out Twilight Inscription.
Yeah.
It's true.
And then Luthier right after.
Well, see, but also as a great example, though, we didn't hit Twilight Inscription until an hour plus after you guys had gotten here because we had breakfast together.
We had breakfast. Yeah. We talked a little bit and like, but that's just like, that's because we are just friends outside of, we play games together. So I don't know. It's just not, it's just not like it's not a challenge, you know, to just yap at each other. But all right, whose was that?
That was yours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was my out. That was you. You know, back to you, Kev?
We'll do this one in case we don't have enough time for a bunch of other ones. So an out for me is backing games without a firm understanding of what the game is or some kind of assurance that I like it. I've been going through the process of selling a lot of games that never saw the light of day. It sat on my shelf for years. I still have a bunch more that I backed because I thought I would enjoy them. Big campaign games, lots of beautiful miniatures and stuff like that. And the several years of gaming here have now kind of showed me what I like and what I don't like. And unfortunately, it still happens where like a game will show up on my doorstep. You know, it's a year and a half, 2 years after it was originally backed, and I'm like, I don't even remember how this game is played. Sit down, crack the rule book, and I go, I'm not going to like this game. And you're just like, well, okay, cool. I got to muddle through it, at least get a play out of it. But for some of them, I've been just sitting down and watching playthrough videos, rules teaches and stuff like that, and being like, oh yeah, I'm not going to enjoy this game. Immediately putting on the shelf. So being far more careful, with new campaigns, looking for if the campaign doesn't have a rule book or a playthrough video or a rules teach video, like that's probably going to be a hard sell unless it's from a creator that I trust a lot. Or it's a part of a series that I already know most of the rules or something like that. Like it's going to be a real challenge. I'll share the example I shared with Sebastian earlier. Anastyr, originally a Mythic Games. Of course, that company went under. It got bought by CMON, and then CMON sold the property to somebody else. And right now, the only thing that's available for it, if I want to, is how to play a video in French. So I can translate it or whatever, translate the transcript or something. But I'm like, this is, I don't know. So even though I get a discount on it because I was one of the original backers, I don't know if I'm going to back it because I'm like, I don't know if this game is going to be worth it at all. So like, yeah. But just being more deliberate about that kind of stuff.
I do think that is just, I do feel like my understanding of what a game is going to be like for me, being able to understand it from reading a rule book or watching like a playthrough or how to play, I don't need reviews anymore. I just need to know how the game is played, and I think I can understand if I will like it or not. And I think that's just
100%.
the time, like it's been years and years and years that we've been playing games now. I just know what I like now, and I don't have to, oh, it's big and shiny, I'll just buy it because it looks cool or whatever, which is what everyone does in the first year, 2, 3 of gaming, of collecting and stuff. You buy what looks cool and what sounds cool and what other people tell you is cool. And I think at this point, I have finally found the line where I know I will like this because I know how the game is played, or I won't like it.
Campaign games, done. Not campaign game. Well, no. Yeah, probably not back in campaign games. Heavy narrative, not happening. Those are probably like my 2 absolute non-starters at this point.
Yeah.
Yep. So being more deliberate, not backing a bunch of useless content. My even though my board game acquisitions have gone up a little bit, my my tracker for all of the games that I'm backing has gone down quite a bit. So feel good about that.
Nice. Notice he didn't say not backing anything. Just
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I think the last game I backed was an absolute non-starter. Just like, hey, well, no, an automatic start. Excuse me. Was the Great Library, the new Lacerda game. Right? Like, I'm still going to back content like that. And I'm still looking for new stuff. It's also been very helpful that, like, pretty much after, like, going into Black Friday and then pretty much all of December and then early January is a really, really slow time of the year for crowdfunding because everybody is spending their money somewhere else.
And the holidays,
so crowdfunding doesn't really do very well. So the
I will say though,
Yeah.
the Great Library, Vital Lacerda's games, there's almost no risk.
Yeah.
Because if you don't like the game, someone will take it off your hands.
100%.
Almost a guarantee.
There's an argument to be made that there's no point. Like, Kickstarter is not the right platform for Eagle Griffin and Vital Lacerda games anymore.
Yeah, it's really not.
The argument is that, like, hey, like, they're all established. There's no risk here. But, like, that's a whole nother conversation about like the value or the place of crowdfunding and like what it should be for. And should big companies like Awaken Realms technically still be doing crowdfunding campaigns,
Right.
you know,
Instead of just like pre-order.
yeah, pre-order or something else or whatever. I mean, was there a difference between a pre-order and a crowdfunding campaign at this point?
Kind of no. Other than I assume a pre-order is they've already invested the money in the production.
Sure.
And not just waiting for all of your money.
Well, I mean, I guess in the context of a like super big company, right? Like Awaken Realms, I don't really see it as any different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
because they've already
is basically the same.
yeah, because they've
Especially
already
if they're
done
just-
a bunch of development. They probably have
Yeah.
a 75% solution game, rule book, concept, miniatures, all that stuff figured out.
They're just waiting for a unit number
Yeah, exactly.
to manufacture.
Yep. But yeah.
All right, that was your last out. Well, let's end on a positive note since we probably yapped a little too much about movies, but
Yeah. Another in.
one more in.
One more in.
Starting with me.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start with Kev. Since
No, I'm
no,
I mean,
go
I
for
can
it.
do
Send it.
All right. We're on the flip side of movies, video games. I honestly I didn't stop, but I slowed down playing video games, which sucks. And it's unfortunate because there were lots of nights where Isaiah and Matt are being like rivals.
play the game with me.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm like, because I'm like either at Black Potion.
That's
or
why they.
I'm
That's
just,
why they started playing Rocket League because you stopped playing with them.
or like I'm just not home. And I want to play more video games because I like video games, but I'm talking indie games because I have found last year I found the game that I like. I found the type of games that I like.
Doki Doki Literature Club.
Yes. It's a good one. But I have like a whole wish list of these indie games that look interesting to me and I want to play through them. Like I got through a couple of them. I'm playing one right now. And I also don't mean like the big AAA games because I already have board games. I don't need another $70
another
thing
corporate slop.
So close. I was.
I don't need like another thing to spend $70 on.
No more Call of Duties.
It never was. Not as of recent, at least. But yeah, because these games look cool and I like them and they're fun. And the ones that I've played, at least. So more of that.
All right.
Hold on now. I got a question. Would you choose a night in of video games over basically anything with like your friends and people like outside of the house?
No.
Okay.
I would say
But-
say not always because sometimes yeah.
No. I mean, I think there's a choice. If you're like, I do not want to go out, period, and I'm cool with playing games inside, like whatever, that's a choice, right? But like, if you're like, I want to do something, right? Like, I guess the idea is like, are you fencing time? If somebody's like, hey, like you're kind of in the mood to go out, like you want to do, you're okay with going out, and somebody's like, hey, let's go do something. You're like, well, actually, it's game night or whatever. Like, I'm gonna,
Woo. Harry's is making a wiggle. Earthquake in the studio.
you know what I mean?
Weenie weenie weenie.
I just because like that'd be an interesting choice if you were like, yeah, I'm gonna, like, nope, I'm not coming out tonight, guys. I'm gonna play video games.
There's also like finishing games too. Because I'm very bad about that.
Story games.
I'm very bad about finishing games. I'm very bad about finishing like series. Like the amount of video games that I have in my library that I've started and not finished is a lot.
Here's the question though. Again, like I know we're like going on forever and ever, but like, why do you stop? Are they good games that you're just like, you just didn't get around to, or are they just okay games that you just quit?
No, I just stop.
What's what I'm saying though? Like,
there's no good reason for me not to. It's just like,
Just gets to a point where you're like, oh, I haven't played it in a week and a half. I don't really remember where I'm at or what I'm doing. Or
it's one of those things. Yeah, it's like kind of like a snowball.
that happened to me with The Witcher, where I would start it, play for a few hours, and then just not play for 3 weeks and be like, I forgot everything that was happening.
I mean, that's fair because I literally will not start a video game if I know for a fact I have travel coming up or something like that that's going to inhibit me from, like, that's why I didn't play games for the better part of like 6 months when I was traveling to Miami and Carolina.
Because you didn't want to start any
Because
stories.
I did not want to start a story and then walk away from it for a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I totally get that. But like, because like one of the things is like, I don't feel like it's an out for me this year because I've already practiced this habit. But if something isn't good, don't give it your time, right? Like a video game. What's the Star Wars Force Unleashed? No, Jedi Last Fallen or
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order.
I'm playing Outlaws and it's pretty fun.
I don't like the game. I put in probably like 10, 15 hours. I'm not enjoying it. I'm not having fun. So I quit it.
But that's like the PvP one, right?
No.
It's a story one.
It's a story mode. I just don't like the controls. It's clunky. I'm not enjoying the story.
Oof.
Like, it's just not my game. People like it. It's a good game. I don't like it. So I quit it. Like, I'm not forcing myself to finish it. I also, like a fool, bought the second one because it was so well rated. I got them on sale and I was like, oh, cool. I'll get whatever. Exactly. Like, so letting that go. Movies. Like, if I'm actually watching a movie at home and I'm 30 minutes into it and I'm like, this is a bad movie, I turn it off. I don't care. TV shows. You get 2 to 3 episodes. If it's not sticking, let it go. Because life is too short for bad content.
I think I'm a one episode for TV shows.
Honestly, if you feel like you can do that, I honestly, I probably turned it off after an episode, but like I'll usually like, how much of the content is there, right? And like, what are people saying about it? Sometimes people will be like, hey, give it 2 or 3 episodes and it'll kind of come together, right? But if it's something that's kind of untested or what, I don't know, right? But just really being comfortable with the idea of like letting bad content go. We live in the golden era of like content, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's always better stuff out there. So don't waste your time with trash.
Yeah. Yeah. And I get that. And I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what it is. I just can't.
I will
just
say,
drop it and I don't ever pick it back up. Not because it's bad or anything. It's just like,
well, because you have to pay attention. If you want to enjoy the story, you got to pay attention. So there's that too. Like I have to use my brain. That's why I don't read. And I will say in the book community, because that's what Kenzie does, there's like a weird shame of like, oh, you DNF'd a book. Oh, you didn't finish it. Like that. There's like a weird little shame about it. Some people are very like, you don't like it after the first couple chapters, throw it away, right? Other people are like, no, I'm 3 chapters in. I have to know how this ends, even if I'm not liking it. No, throw it out.
Let it go. We don't. Yeah, life is too short for bad content. That's my.
And there's so much too. Like there's so much. Just move on to the next.
Yeah,
thing.
if it was 1920 and it was the one book you owned, sure, yeah, read that thing. I don't care, right? But like. There's just so much stuff, dude. Like when I think about like TV shows, I've got a list of like 60 TV shows that are queued up. Some of them have 1 season. Some of them have like 8 seasons of content. My movie list, like my hard drive, I think I have like 300 or 400 movies. And that's not counting everything that's just on streaming platforms or whatever. Like there are probably 500 movies I could sit down and watch at any given time that I haven't seen before. Like I don't want to waste my time with bad stuff.
Unless it's like a satirically bad movie like Rubber. Right?
Sure, but then I'm watching it for that reason, right? The porpoise.
And I need to translate that to anime too.
100%, dude. Yeah, everything in life. Don't waste life is too short for bad content, and don't let anyone
bad anime like Naruto and One Piece.
Or what was that other one that's really bad? Jojo Rabbit, something. What's that
something like that.
Yeah, Jojo Rabbit.
What's that called? Steel Ball Run? I don't know. There's these things that they say.
Mojo Jojo.
Powerpuff Girls.
All right. What's your end on a high note?
My last I'll give you a double.
Ooh.
My last, because one of them is little. My last ends, one of them I'm back in tracking games. I'm going to start tracking every game I play. Even small games.
Hey, let's
I'm
go.
So I have the closest thing to the real stats of like my plays for the year. That's it for that. And I want to read more, at least one book a month. That's 12 books in a whole year. I think that's totally fine. 12 books, 12 months. I got it. I think. I hope.
Nice.
That's my last in.
All right. Why are you pointing at him?
Sorry. I thought we were.
Damn. All right, you got a twofer for me too. One, more opportunities to meet people in the real world. Just putting myself out there. It's really easy to like insulate and just kind of like hang out at home. But
Or the people you already know too. I know it's really easy. I'm just going to go hang out with my friends again.
And I love that. Don't get me wrong. Like the thing is that okay, so like probably what I'm talking about here is like opportunities to meet people romantically or whatever. But the best way to do that is through
Silver
like the
Fox.
venue of friends. So like, I don't want to necessarily like, I'm never going to choose to go do something without my friends or, like, again, like that same concept. Like I would rather spend time with the people I know I love and care about than an absolute stranger or whatever, or just like an opportunity to maybe meet a stranger, but just like generally like looking for places like, hey, I'm going to go out to eat, maybe on my own or whatever, or, instead of making coffee at home, like go to a coffee shop or something like that. Just like opportunities to like go out and like, I don't know, find a way to meet people just in the wild and whatnot. And then the other one is more opportunities for experiences and knowledge. So I saw a clip and I can't remember, it was the three things he said every day, he's like, read a poem, read an article, and read a short story. That's probably a lot. I think that clip is from like the 90s when like we didn't have as much content.
Right.
So like if you were doing that, that's, like.
And your 24-hour day wasn't fully accounted for.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I haven't figured it out yet, but like, I'd like to find an app or like a website or something like that. So like, just, hey, like what's a daily poem? And then trying to figure out a way to either curate either like, preferably like intellectual academic type papers and stuff, either in my field or outside of my field and other places or whatever. Just access to some knowledge. Cause I read audiobooks. So I'm getting fiction quite a bit. And I'm also, I consume a lot of news media for work and stuff. So I'm getting a lot of current stuff, but like I want academic stuff. So looking for either daily or semi-daily opportunities for, I don't know, just more stuff. Put more things in the brain. You made a face.
Yes, because you
I said read an audiobook.
Audiobooks.
Yeah, listen to an audiobook. What's the thing? It's like, yeah, that's a whole thing. Like,
you're not reading. It doesn't
I've read
count
a
as
book.
reading, but you
it's so weird to say I
Experienced
listened to a
experienced
book.
the book.
Yeah.
Because it's someone read it to you,
Yeah.
So I totally, you didn't
Bedtime
read it.
story.
How many books did you read this year? Well, I actually didn't read any. I had them all read to me.
Right. Book recommendation for people who love poems and love romanticism.
Where the Sidewalk Ends.
and manly things?
Shel Silverstein.
Green Lights, Matthew McConaughey. There's some gems in there. There's some gems in there.
All right.
But I think that's it. I think that's it for this episode. Dwayne, sing a song.
There'll be this
Outro.
La-da-dee-da. You're watching Board and Scale. La-da-dee-da. That's our tale.
All right, bye, guys.